Hey guys, it's Rick. I'm back from the Film Reaper um, with some more recommendations, some hidden gems. We'll do a couple of overrated movies, like I did in the last one, and just a little review of a movie I watched, a new movie that just came out when we get to it. But we'll start with The Hazing. This movie came out in 2004. It's on the lower budget end, obviously. But it's I liked it. It's really good. It actually has Brad Dourif in it. The voice of Chucky, obviously. It's got Perry Shen in it. I think that's how you say it, Shen. From Hatchet. The Hatchet series. He was in that. Who else was in it? Tiffany Shipis. She was in it. Which she does a podcast with Felissa Rose and Kane Hodder, which is pretty good. But anyways, back to the movie. The Hazing. It's about a group of college kids. They like having this like combo initiation thing between the sorority. The guys and the girls. You know, they're hazing them. So they're sending them out on this scavenger hunt. So they have to get these, whatever is on the list, and then they have to go after they get enough points, they have to go and spend the night at this supposed haunted house. So, and that's all they have to do. And if they do that and they make it through the night without taking off, then they'll get in. So, but they have it, things set up in there to try to scare them. But anyways, Brad Dourif's character is a professor at the college, and he is into the occult. Voodoo spells, all that stuff. So that comes into a factor because a couple of the kids go into his house to get this because he's known to have, it's like a Book of the Dead kind of thing that he has in his house. And that's, big points if they get that book. So they sneak in and he's in there doing some kind of, blah, blah, blah. But they all end up making it to the house for to stay overnight thing. So, and that's when, the real mischief begins. So, I don't want to give any more away, but that one is good. I enjoyed it. That's all right. Let's move on to P2. This one. When did this come out? 2007. This one came out in. It's about this girl. She's a workaholic. She's working late one night, and then everybody else is gone. She's the only one left in the office, so she leaves. And she goes to her car. Car won't start. Have a car trouble. So then, she looks for help from the creepy security guard. He's the security guard of the car lot. So he's like wicked creepy, and he's like trying to. And it's Christmas too. I think it was Christmas, Thanksgiving. I think it was Christmas, but it might have been Thanksgiving. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. So, he tries to get her to come into his little security guard shack and have some Thanksgiving dinner with her, or Christmas dinner, whatever it is. And she's like, "Nah, I'm all right. I gotta go meet my boyfriend or whatever." And and he's not really taking no for an answer. So, and he's kind of cuckoo. And yeah, so then he goes cuckoo, and she's trying to get away, and he's the security guard, so he knows all the ins and outs of the place. So it's that kind of movie, but it's really good. Very enjoyable. Yes. So let's move on to Dance of the Dead. This one, I really enjoyed this one. This one is, like a comedy horror. It's really good. This one came out 2008, and it's like a town, and they're like right in the middle of the town is like a nuclear power plant. Runs everything, and it's a big thing about the nuclear waste and all that stuff. But anyway, so the nerdy kid, he's got a girlfriend, but then she ends up dumping him right before prom. So she's like, I'm not going with you because you're too immature. She doesn't want to deal with it. So she ends up going with the jock guy. And he takes her, like, before the prom. He takes the nerdy kid's ex-girlfriend now to a cemetery. And they go parking before the prom, and she's like, what the hell's going on? Why are we here? And he's like, oh, I just thought we could hang out a little bit before the prom. And so while they're, in there making out and stuff, his friends, the nerdy kid's friends, who aren't going to the prom because they couldn't get any dates, they're doing like a paranormal thing in the same cemetery that the girl and the guy's in. And as they go through, they have the creepy guy that runs the cemetery. And they go into the cemetery, and then corpses start coming to life. Obviously, you can tell Dance of the Dead, he's the zombie thing. So they start turning into zombies, and they're taking over the town, and they're trying to get to the dance to save them because all the zombies are heading towards the high school for the prom, for to eat the brains and the flesh and all that. So they're trying to find a way to get there without getting killed themselves. So but it's really funny, and it's really gory also. So if that's your thing, this is a great movie. I've watched it many times, enjoy it every time. All right, now moving on to a more recent movie, We Summon the Darkness. This one, it's got what the heck's her name? The girl that was in Texas Chainsaw. The sequel that was called Texas Chainsaw. She has some weird last name, but anyways, so she's in this. This takes place, I think, late 80s, could be early 90s, but they're like rock chicks, and they're, heading towards a heavy metal show, a band, big show, whoever it is. It could be Metallica, whatever it is. But they're heading to the show, and then as they're driving, a van comes by, throws, I think it was a milkshake or something at the car, and makes them almost crash and stuff. And so they see him at the show, and they give him the business. And so they end up hanging out, and then they go to the concert together. And they see the show, and then they're talking heavy metal and stuff. And then, he's talking to one of the girls, and you can tell she kind of didn't really know, because he asked her what her first concert was, and she really couldn't say. She said, the wrong date and band and stuff. So anyways, they weren't really heavy metal chicks, just put it that way. And they tricked them to come back to she's like, oh, my dad's house is by here. Come we'll hang out, drink, whatever. So, they all go back there, and they end up drugging the guys, and the guys wake up, they're all tied to chairs. Then, they try to escape, and they do. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's good. So the girls are trying to get them. They're trying to escape, but it's really good. All right, let's see. This is the movie right here, Tarot. This is the movie I watched last night. I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. I remember seeing it when it came out. I remember saying, should I go to the movies to see this? Oh, am I glad I didn't go to the movies to see this. I would not have been happy. This movie was Oh my God, this movie was bad. I mean, it was so dumb. I mean, really dumb. Like, this is like if you just made a horror movie with AI, this is what you would come up with. You just came up with a movie like, okay, let's make a type it in, okay, horror movie about tarot cards. And this is what AI would come up with. That's how bad this movie is. Oh my God, the acting's bad. The writing's bad. I mean, just everything was bad about this movie. I mean, it was, the premise was that the girl was doing tarot readings with another person's deck, which is supposedly bad luck to do a reading with somebody else's cards. But what made it bad was that she used astrology along with the tarot cards. So that whole combination of the tarot cards, the astrology, and it was somebody else's deck of tarot cards. That's what made this whole thing kick off, and then people started dying. It was crazy. It was crazy dumb. Let's just put it that way. Crazy dumb. It was terrible. Oh my God. Don't watch it. Do not watch it. You will be mad. I wanted to just stop in the middle, but I didn't because I wanted to talk about it on a video. But anyways, so now I want to talk about another couple of overrated movies that I think personally is overrated. Now this first one I think is overrated, but not as bad as I did when it first came out. But I still think it's an overrated movie. It's an okay-ish movie, but it's way blown out of overrated. People saying it's like the greatest horror movie ever, which is, boom, Hereditary. Yeah, I know. All you millennials mostly are gonna be mad because this is your movie or whatever. I don't know why, but this movie was just all right. I mean, a couple of spooky parts, and that was it. I mean, I thought Midsummer was better than this, but anyways, even though some people they hate Midsummer, but I liked Midsummer. I thought Midsummer was a great movie. But this I just thought was overrated. There was some creepy parts, yeah, but not to the level of the greatest horror movie ever. I mean, there's no way. Just no way. But I don't want to shit on too much. I'd rather shit on this next movie more. And this is like would, piss my mom off and her generation. Silence of the Lambs. I hate this movie so much. Oh my God, I hate this movie. This movie is so bad. And people love this movie. I don't know why people love this movie, but they do. I don't get it. I know everybody talks about, the lotion in the hole and all that. Yeah, it's a meme and all that, but this just wasn't a good movie. I just didn't find it scary at all. It wasn't anything. I just was like, it was more of a thriller than a horror, and I don't know. This was like one of the most overrated movies of all time, if you ask me. In my humble personal opinion, I would say this is probably the most overrated horror movie of all time. I mean, I might be able to think of something else, maybe, but probably not. But yeah, this is probably the one. But maybe there's something else that would come to mind. But yeah, yeah. All right, that's all I got today. I was thinking maybe to do a live stream if I can get some views like I got on my last video. Oh my God, I was shocked by the amount of views I got. Never got that many views ever on a video. I was loving it. I mean, it's great. I hope I get views like that again. I want to do some live streams and show my horror collection. I collect horror, NECA, McFarlane, Trick or Treat. I collect, the NECA Ultimates. I collect 1/6 trick-or-treats. I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. But I'd love to show off my horror collection. I got some older stuff, some newer stuff, tons of autographs, all horror, all horror. You guys would love my collection. So if I can get a decent amount of views, then I will do a live stream or maybe just a video of my collection. But all right, that's all I got for today. So thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you soon.